Until you learn to accept yourself, your life will not get any better. No matter how much nice clothes that you buy to make yourself feel good about your self-esteem, about how you look, no matter what nice car that you have that you upgraded to, you got that sense of dopamine. No matter how good your girlfriend looks, maybe you got a prettiest girlfriend in the world. No matter none of that shit, none of the external shit, none of that shit is going to make you happy or feel better about yourself. Really better your life, because at the end of the day, everything outside of you is a reflection of how you feel about yourself. Your whole world is a reflection of how you feel about yourself. So if you're happy with yourself, if you're happy in your own skin, if you're happy with your own life, you're going to think of life as a great experience, as a lovely time. You're not going to have this negative connotation with anything and everybody. You're not going to have these negative thoughts permeating through your day. Maybe at some points, you feel me, you might get down at some points. Some bullshit might happen, like if you're driving on the highway and some guy cuts you off randomly without no turn signal, whatever, you might get a little pissed off. But at the end of the day, when it really matters, when it really counts, you're not going to be sitting at the end of the day, sitting in your bed, laying in your bed, depressed, thinking that nobody cares about you, that people just want to use you for what you got to offer them. You feel me? Even if you're rich, maybe people want to use you for your money. None of the material shit is going to help you with that, bro. What's going to help you with that is having self-love for yourself and accepting yourself. And the only way you can love yourself is just like I said, by accepting yourself. And what do you have to accept? All your flaws and all your positives, all your negatives and all the good parts about yourself. Because at the end of the day, literally nobody can be you. You have to have pride in that fact. You have to have pride in the fact that you were literally the only sperm cell out of, you feel me, whatever went on. You were literally the chosen sperm cell out of your birth that was born into this world, if that made sense. I feel like I butchered that. But you get what I'm saying. Like, out of all those cells that could have gotten chosen, you got chosen and you were born into this world. And that simple fact is already a beautiful thing, because you know how many lives that could have been born haven't been born out of the 8 billion people that are on this planet. And even besides that fact that just by being born into this world, that you are special. You feel me? I heard this quote that you are special, but your problems are not. Because everybody has the same problems that you have, my nigga. Or at least to a certain extent. Everybody has self-image issues. Everybody feels some type of way about their situation in their life. Everybody's trying to, well, not everybody's trying to better their life, but everybody does want a better life to a certain extent. You feel me? All your problems are not specific to you, but you are specific to you. Your whole world is specific to you. You should love that fact that nobody else can have the same experiences that you've had, the same difficulties that you had, and the same triumphs that you had all your whole life. Even if you can't think of any triumphs, bro, I promise you there are some. You just in a state of mind that you so down on yourself that you can't even, that's all you can focus on. Because like I said in my previous videos, what you focus on is your reality. What you focus on is your whole entire world. Your attention is your greatest currency. So if you put all this attention on shit that doesn't matter, like monetary shit, external shit, shit that doesn't affect you in the way it's supposed to, is just to show out to other people, to make your ego rise and feel better about yourself. Like that's not gonna help you at all. And the reason I say that your life won't get better, even if you have a better job, even if you have a, you know what I'm saying, a good career, good education, a family, all that shit, a nice house. You know how many people have all those things in life and they are still unhappy? They are still unfulfilled. They are still discontent with their own families or their wives. They had to end up getting divorces and the kids had to suffer and all that shit. But from the outside looking in, they look like a perfect, happy family. They look like nothing goes on in the house. Everybody is happy. This, that, and the third. But the whole time in the house is a toxic environment. The kids aren't even happy. The parents arguing and yelling at each other every day. The father doesn't even like his job. The mother doesn't even like the father, blah, blah, blah. All that shit, bro. It's because at a certain point, these people realized that they didn't love themselves enough to leave each other alone. So now they're stuck in this situation where they're all together and the children are involved in this, that, and the third, whatever. But what I'm trying to say is, if you sacrifice your self-worth, your self-love, your self-acceptance to a point where you settle for a life that you probably don't really want, or you think that you want because society has told you to want it or to go for it, that's when you completely commit yourself to a life of just unhappiness, and you're just going to be depressed on a day-to-day basis, and you're just going to be like, well, this is life. This is what happens. I got the white picket fence. I got the suburban house. I got the family with the kids and did everything I was supposed to do, but I'm still unhappy. There must be something wrong with me, bro. I'm telling you, like, you gotta figure out how to accept yourself. What is so wrong with you that you can't accept? And you have to realize, like, yo, bro, this is what makes me me. And fuck it if anybody doesn't like me. Fuck it if anybody doesn't approve of me or accept me. I'm gonna accept myself because that's the only person that matters at the end of the day. And yeah, you're the only person that matters at the end of the day. To you, in your world, you're the main person that matters. Because everybody has their own world. There are 8 billion worlds on the planet. There are not 8 billion people, there are 8 billion worlds, and each person has their own world. I know I just contradicted myself, but I don't give a fuck. Either way, you are the most important person in your world. And if you keep yourself at the focus of that, everybody else is going to benefit. Because if you're doing good, main thing that you can reflect on other people is to do good by them. You feel me? You're not going to see a person that thinks well of themselves or with a high self-esteem or with a good, you know, concept of self-worthiness out here mistreating people and treating people like shit and talking down on people and doing the most and just being an overall bad person to other people. Maybe they do bad things that other people wouldn't agree with to at certain points at some extent, but as a whole, they're not really a person that goes out of their way to do bad things to other people because they're just focused on themselves and they're focused on their own happiness and shit like that. You feel me? It'd be all the people that don't like themselves, like narcissists, egoists, and people like that try to manipulate other people into. I don't even want to get into that whole thing, but at the end of the day, once you accept yourself, everything comes after that. Then your life, you already will be happy with your life, even if you don't have all the shit that you think you want, like the nice car, the nice girlfriend, and all that other shit, or vice versa for women, the nice boy, the good-looking man, or whatever. I'm not a woman, so I can't really relate it to y'all completely, you know what I'm saying? But I know everybody wants a successful career, successful education, and shit like that. You won't even feel the need for all that shit. That isn't to say, oh, if you accept yourself, you're not gonna want anything in life, or you're gonna be completely fine without any of it. You might want a higher purpose for your life, or better goals, whatever the case may be. But at the end of the day, you're gonna be happy with it or without it, and that's really all that matters. Because all this shit that we have in society, all this shit, it doesn't really matter, bro. Because you can have everything society has to offer. If you don't feel good within yourself, you're going to be depressed regardless, no matter how much material shit that you may have or enjoy on a daily basis. That's just not going to bring you any fulfillment, any life. And at the end of the day, that's what this shit is about. Experiencing more life and trying to live a better one.